We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pennies in history, the 1976 the Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent coin. You might just have one of these sitting in your pocket change, and you'd be surprised to know, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Stick around to learn why this penny is more valuable than you might think. Before we jump into the value of the 1976 the Mint Mark penny, let's take a look at the coin's history and some important facts about it. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, you'll want to pay attention to this one. First things first, the 1976 penny is a part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which was minted from 1959 until 2008. The obverse of the coin shows President Abraham Lincoln's bust, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. In 1976, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but there's one very important factor that sets a select few apart. The 1976 the Mint Mark penny is the one we're talking about, and it's all about variety, condition, and a spatial error. Now, let's talk about the Mint Mark. You might be wondering, what does the DIS stand for? Well, the D indicates that the penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities where U.S. coins are produced. But here's the twist, the 1976 penny has a unique error that collectors are going crazy for. There's a specific variety of this penny that has a doubling error, making it extra special. The doubling error on the 1976 penny happens when the die used to strike the coin veers out or is misaligned, resulting in a double image. It's most visible on the date and the word Liberty on the obverse. Finding a 1976 penny with this error is no easy task, which is why it can command such high price. Some collectors have paid thousands of dollars for a single penny in pristine condition with the doubling error. Now, let's talk about the value. Most 1976 pennies you'll find are worth just 1 cent. But, when you're talking about a 1976 penny with the doubling error in uncirculated or high-grade condition, we're talking about a coin worth anywhere from 1,000 to as much as 25,000 or more, depending on the quality of the coin. Coins that are professionally graded by services like Pigs or NG can fetch top dollar price. A 1976 penny with a doubling error that's graded ms67 or higher could be worth 10,000 or even 25,000 at auction. So, how do you know if your 1976 penny is valuable? The best thing to do is to examine it closely for any signs of doubling on the date and inscription. If you see it, you may want to get it professionally appraised or graded. If you think you have one of these rare pennies, it's always a good idea to consult a professional or visit a coin shop to get an expert opinion. Just make sure not to clean the coin, as cleaning can significantly lower its value. Remember, condition is everything when it comes to coins. A 1976 penny with no errors in poor condition might only be worth a few cents, but in top-grade condition, it can be a true collector's treasure. We're diving deep into its history, the fascinating errors, and how you could find one of these valuable pennies in your own pocket change. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1976, this iconic penny featured Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and Frank Gasparo's design of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, here's where it gets interesting. 1976 pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But if you look closely at a 1976 penny with no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. These coins were mass-produced, over 46 billion pennies were minted that year. So what makes some of these pennies worth thousands? Collectors value coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. This is called IMS or mint state condition, and the higher the grade, like ms67 or ms68, the more valuable the coin. Some 1976 pennies have fascinating minting errors like double days, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. These errors make the coin unique, and skyrocket its value. Even though all pennies from Philadelphia lack a mint mark, some coins from this year are worth a fortune, because of their rarity and high-grade condition. For example, 1 1976 penny and 68 red grade sold for over 7,000 at auction. Now that you know what makes a 1976 penny valuable, let's learn how to identify one. Check your pennies for any signs of wear. If the coin has sharp details, a bright red tone, and no scratches, it could be in mint state condition. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's profile. Also, check for off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual markings. If you think you've found a rare penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service like Pennies. They'll assign your coin an official grade, which can significantly increase its value at auction. Circulated condition. Most 1976 pennies in circulation are worth their face value. Just it and cent, mint state, 65. These can sell for around 15 to 25. High grade, 68 red. This is where the big bucks are. These coins have sold for thousands, sometimes over 7,000 at auctions. Error coins, like double D pennies, can fetch even higher prices depending on the rarity and type of error. Finding a valuable 1976 penny is easier than you think. Start by checking your piggy banks, coin jars, or pocket change. You never know what treasures you might find. If you're a coin collector, consider buying uncirculated rolls of 1976 pennies or checking with reputable coin dealers. Just be sure to authenticate any high-value coins before selling. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pennies right now. You might be sitting on a small fortune. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies from the 1976, the Lincoln 1 cent with a mint mark. Before we get into the rare, valuable coins, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand the history behind the Lincoln penny of the 1976. First introduced in 1909, the Lincoln penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In the 1976, the U.S. Mint continued producing these familiar coins, but there were a few key moments and production variations that made some of these pennies extremely valuable. Let's talk mint marks. Mint marks are small letters stamped on coins to indicate where they were produced. In the 1976, there were three main mints responsible for producing pennies: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins minted in these locations would carry different marks: D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no mark for Philadelphia. Most of the pennies from the 1976 are relatively common, but a few exceptions have taken collectors by storm. Let's look at some of the most valuable pennies you might find in your pocket change. Now, this is where it gets interesting. While many 1976 pennies may only be worth a few cents, there are a few key examples that have skyrocketed in value. Let's start with the 1976 small date penny. First up, we have the 1976 small date Lincoln penny, one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. What makes this penny so special is the difference in the size of the date. The small date variety is much rarer than the large date version, and it's highly prized by collectors. If you find one in good condition, it can be worth anywhere from 500 to over 1,000, and even more for those in mint condition. Next, let's talk about the 1972 double-die obverse penny. This one is particularly exciting because it features a major doubling error on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. The doubling is most noticeable on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. This error was caused during the die manufacturing process, and it's rare to find one of these in circulation today. If you come across one of these 1972 double-die pennies, you could be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. Some high-grade examples have sold for over 20,000 at auction. While the 1976 were filled with mint errors and unique variations, let's not overlook the 1974 and 1975 pennies. Though not as widely known, some of these pennies, especially in high grades, have seen significant increases in value. In particular, 1974 pennies with die errors or unusual strikes have sold for 1,000 or more, depending on rarity and condition. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I spot these valuable pennies in my own collection or in pocket change? The key is to carefully inspect the date, mint mark, and overall condition of each penny. Look for any signs of doubling, unusual D marks, or distinct features on the date. It's also essential to know that coins in mint state, MS, condition are worth much more than worn ones. If you're not sure about a coin's value, it's always worth taking it to a reputable coin dealer or using online resources to check its worth. So, there you have it, the 1970 Lincoln 1-cent pennies that are worth thousands of dollars. While most pennies from this year are only worth their face value of 1 cent, a few rare and valuable coins can fetch big money at auctions and through collectors. Whether it's the 1970 small date or the 1970 double day obverse, these pennies are truly a collector's dream. Remember, condition is key when it comes to coin values. So, keep an eye on your pocket change, and you never know, your next find could be worth thousands. We're diving into the fascinating story behind one of the most valuable and rarest pennies in circulation, the 1970 mint mark Lincoln 1 cent. Stick around, because this penny could be worth thousands of dollars, and you might have one in your pocket right now. Let's get started. To understand the rarity of the 1970 mint mark penny, we need to first take a look at the history behind the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, designed by Victor David Brenner. The iconic Lincoln portrait has been featured on the coin ever since. However, what makes the 1970 penny stand out isn't the design, it's the lack of a mint mark. In most years, the U.S. Mint places a small mint mark letter on the coin to indicate which mint facility it was made at. But, in 1970, something unusual happened. Some pennies were struck without any mint mark at all. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In 1970, there were three main mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint traditionally did not use a mint mark for its coins, while Denver and San Francisco coins would have a D or a C, but, for some reason, a handful of 1970 pennies were struck without any mint mark. The question remains, was it a mistake, or was it part of a larger, deliberate error? Some collectors believe this was an oversight, while others think it could have been part of a unique production process. Either way, it makes the 1970 mint mark penny incredibly rare. So, now that we know why this penny is so special, let's talk about its value. While the average 1970 penny with a mint mark is worth only 1 cent, the 1970 mint mark penny can be worth thousands, depending on its condition and rarity. Depending on the coin's condition, especially if it's uncirculated or has been graded as a high-quality specimen, the value can range anywhere from decent for a well-worn penny, to as much as 0,000 or more for a perfect, high-grade example. Yes, you heard that right, thousands of dollars for a penny. So, how can you identify a 1970 mint mark penny? First, you want to look for a penny from 1970 that doesn't have any mint mark below the date. It should have a smooth area where the mint mark would usually be. Second, check the condition of the penny. The better the condition, the higher its potential value. And if you find one, make sure to have it graded by a professional coin grading service, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or PISG's professional coin grading service, to ensure its value is properly recognized. Some amazing stories have come from this rare penny. For example, in 2018, a 1980 mint mark penny in mint condition sold for over 50,000 at auction. Another one sold for 24,000 in 2020. These kinds of prices show just how sought after these coins can be by collectors and investors alike. Why are these pennies so valuable? Well, it's a combination of rarity and demand. The US Mint didn't intentionally make these no-mint mark pennies, making them an unexpected error. With only a few of them around, collectors value these mistakes as rare, and that drives the price up. So, there you have it. If you have a 1980 penny with no-mint mark, you could be holding a small fortune in your pocket. Of course, not every 1980 penny is worth thousands, but it's definitely worth checking your spare change or your coin collection to see if you have one. Keep your eyes peeled and your magnifying glass handy. Who knows, you could be sitting on a rare treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on rare coins and collectibles, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and let us know about it. We're diving into the fascinating history and shocking value of the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Stick around, because you might just discover that one of these rare coins is hiding in your change jar. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was introduced to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But what makes the 1967 penny so special? Well, let's go back to the 1960s. During this time, the United States Mint was facing a serious coin shortage, driven by the rising demand for coins in circulation. To tackle the issue, the Mint took a drastic step. They temporarily removed mint marks from all coins struck between 1965 and 1967. That means no matter where your 1967 penny was made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, it doesn't carry the usual DS or P mint mark. This was doomed to prevent collectors from hoarding new coins and to streamline production. Even though these coins lack a mint mark, millions were produced in 1967. So, why are some of them worth so much today? Let's find out. The value of a 1967 penny isn't just about its age. What really drives up the price is its condition, rarity, and any unique errors. For instance, collectors are always hunting for pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition. Grade 65 or higher by professional grading services like Pennies or NG. These pennies are nearly flawless, with their original luster intact. Then there are error coins. Errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, like double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These rare mistakes can make a penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, if you've got a 1967 penny with a unique error or imperfect condition, you could be looking at a small fortune. As of today, the average 1967 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent, its face value. However, coins in mint state condition or with errors can fetch anywhere from 50 to 5,000 at auction. For example, a 1967 penny graded 67 recently sold for over 2,000. And error coins, depending on the type and rarity of the error, can sell for even more. Imagine finding a 2,000 penny hiding in plain sight. That's why it's so important to check your change, old coin vaults, or that jar of pennies collecting dust on the shelf. So, how can you tell if your 1967 penny is worth something? Here are 3 tips. Look for sharp details, a shiny surface, and minimal wear. If it looks nearly perfect, it might be worth grading. Use a magnifying glass to spot initial markings, like doubling or misalignments. Get it graded. If you think you've got a winner, send it to a professional grading service like Pennies or NG. A high grade can skyrocket its value, and once you've identified a valuable coin, store it properly. Use coin holders or airtight cases to protect it from damage. Remember, the key is patience. Even if you don't strike gold today, learning about coins can be a rewarding hobby, and who knows, your jackpot penny could be just one coin vault away. Have you checked your pennies lately? If you've got a 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, it might be time to take a closer look. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin stories. We're diving into the fascinating history and the hidden value of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. You might just have a treasure hiding in plain sight. First, let's set the stage. It's 1970. Disco music is dominating the charts, The first Garfield comic strip has just been published, and inflation is on everyone's mind. While Americans were busy living their lives, the United States Mint was hard at work producing billions of pennies. But what makes the 1978 mint mark penny so special? To understand the rarity, let's break it down. The 1978 Lincoln penny was struck at two major US Mint locations, Philadelphia and Denver. If you see a tiny D below the date, it means it was minted in Denver. But what if there's no mint mark at all? That means it came from the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins from Denver, Philadelphia minted pennies didn't carry a mint mark until 1980. So, technically, every 1978 penny from Philadelphia has no mint mark. But here's the twist, not all of these pennies are created equal. Most 1978 mint mark pennies are common, but certain coins in exceptional condition or with rare errors can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. And when I say exceptional condition, I mean pennies that are graded as ms or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, also known as PCS. To give you an idea of how rare this is, out of the billions of 1978 pennies produced, only a tiny fraction have survived in such pristine condition. We're talking about pennies that look like they were minted yesterday, perfectly struck, with no scratches or blemishes. Check this out, a 1978 mint mark penny graded ms recently sold for over $5,000 at auction. And if you find one in an even higher grade, say ms it could be worth tens of thousands. Imagine turning a penny into a down payment on a car or even a house. But that's not all. There's another reason why 1978 pennies are valuable: error coins. Look for things like double days, off-center strikes, or clipped planchettes. These errors occur during the minting process and can make a penny extremely desirable to collectors. One of the most sought-after errors is the double D penny, where parts of the design appear double due to a misalignment during minting. These error coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the error. So, how can you find out if your 1978 penny is valuable? Start by checking the condition. Look for sharp details, no wear, and no scratches. Then, if you think you've got a winner, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCS. It's an investment that could pay off big time. Who knew that something as small as a penny could hold so much history and value? So, check your change jars, look through old coin collections, and see if you have one of these hidden treasures. You never know, your next big payday might just be 1 cent away. We're talking about the 1978 Lincoln 1 cent penny, the ones with no mint mark. You might want to check your change after this video, because a single penny could make you a fortune. First, let's dive into a little history. The Lincoln penny, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side originally featured two wheat stalks, but in 1959, it was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design. In 1989, the US Mint struck billions of these coins. Pennies without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That's why you won't see any letter under the date. But don't let the sheer number fool you, certain rare qualities make some of these coins worth far more than just 1 cent. Collectors go wild for error coins, and some 1978 pennies are prized because of their unique mistakes. For example, double D errors, where the major text is accidentally struck twice, are highly sought after. Check your coin for doubling on letters like Celebrity or In God We Trust. These can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The second factor is the condition. Coins graded as ms or higher, that's mint state perfection, are extremely rare for older pennies. A flawless 1979 penny with no scratches or wear could sell for $2,000 or more at auction. And here's a little known fact. Some 1979 pennies have subtle differences, like variations in the metal composition or anomalies in the strike. These rare finds are what make this humble coin worth thousands of dollars. So, what's the current value of the 1989 na mint-marked penny? Common examples in circulated condition are worth, you guessed it, just a penny. But, if you've got a pristine coin with an error and 65 grade or higher, you're looking at values ranging from 1,000 to 5,000. In 2023, a collector paid 4,600 for one rare 1989 penny at auction. Even online marketplaces like eBay have seen these coins sell for hundreds, especially if they're in exceptional condition. Don't underestimate the power of a great photo and a well-graded coin. Now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these valuable pennies? Here's how to check. First, grab a magnifying glass or coin loupe and examine your 1989 penny carefully. Look for any doubling, misprints, or oddities. Then, check its condition. No scratches, dings, or discoloration means it's worth more. If you think you've struck gold, or copper, in this case, send your coin to a professional grading service like Pennies. They'll authenticate and grade it, giving collectors the confidence to pay top dollar. So, is a fortune waiting in your pocket change? The 1989 no mint-marked penny might just be your lucky ticket. Check your coins, keep an eye out for errors, and who knows, you could turn 1 cent into thousands of dollars. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. Don't forget to drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want us to cover another coin. We're diving into the fascinating story behind the 1993 no mint-marked penny, and why collectors are willing to pay a small fortune for this seemingly ordinary coin. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny has seen numerous changes over the decades, but one thing has remained consistent: its role as a symbol of everyday American life. In 1993, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia minted coins, like the one we're talking about today, typically have no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a small D. But not all 1993 pennies are created equal. So what's so special about this particular penny? For one, there are certain error coins from 1993 that have skyrocketed in value. These errors occur during the minting process and make the coin extremely rare. Some of the most sought-after errors include where the design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a ghost-like doubling effect on Lincoln's face, the date, or the lettering. Where the coin design is visibly misaligned, giving it a unique appearance, clipped planchets, when the coin is missing a portion of its edge due to a defective blank. Collectors love these errors because they're unique and rarely survive in circulation. Even a small flaw can make a massive difference in value. Now, let's talk money. While a standard 1993 no mint-marked penny in circulated condition is only worth face value, error coins from this year can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. A 1993 penny with a prominent double die error sold at auction for over 3,000. Off-center strikes have been known to go for 500 to 1,500, depending on the severity of the error. Even pennies with small die cracks or other unique flaws have sold for hundreds of dollars. It all depends on the condition, rarity of the error, and how much a collector is willing to pay. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely inspect the coin's details. Look for any signs of doubling, misalignment, or cracks. Pay special attention to the date, Lincoln's profile, and the lettering on the coin. If you spot something unusual, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service like Pennies. A certified grade not only verifies authenticity, but can also boost the value of your coin at auction. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about the coins in your pocket, the 1993 no mint-marked penny is a great reminder that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. So dig through your change jars, check your drawers, and who knows, you might just strike it rich with a penny worth thousands of dollars.